Welcome back to another reaction. And first of all, before we get started, thank you for being so patient. This song came out 6 days ago at the time of recording this, and I'm sure all of you are thinking, what in God's name took you so long, Chase? Well, pretty simple. This beautiful lady and I, my wonderful wife, we were on a vacation in the UK, went to Scotland, went to England, Nottingham specifically, where I used to live for a long while, got to see a bunch of friends, family, drank all of their beer, ate all of their food, and walked all of their streets. And as much as I love this band, and God knows I love this band, I don't think there's a single artist in the world that could tear me away from family and rest time with you. So it was always going to be here waiting for us. And for those of you, all of you really, have been so kind and so patient, really do say thank you. I know part of the joy in a new release, especially from this band that's captivated all of us, is in sharing that moment again and again and again with all these reactors. So thank you for the last time. And I really hope you enjoy. How are you feeling about this one?
Good. I'm curious because I've, as have you, avoided somehow hearing it or reading anything about it or anything like that, which is I was starting to get nervous that I was accidentally going to click on like a TikTok or something. So I widely avoided that as well, just because I wanted to make sure that I didn't hear anything. But I did see one comment that I can remember about it. And it said that it kind of threw back to Sundowning Times, which was like their first real album outside of like their EP, I believe. And I know that was when I was first introduced to them. So I'm really familiar with that album, but familiar enough to know that they have always been quite eclectic in their kind of album collection, what they put on an album. So while maybe at that time there weren't like a bunch of surprise instruments or random, funky parts or, they still had quite a mix of songs. So I don't know what that means. So I'm kind of looking forward to it in that it'll touch on that, but I don't have really any idea what that means.
It's a good point. I almost jumped straight in without even mentioning that. Yeah, we were, because we were on holiday, we didn't really look at a lot of social media stuff. I don't typically anyway. And so we've been spared any spoilers. So thank you again for that. I do know the story of Damocles. I'm one of those nerds who kind of knew what that was when they announced that was the song title. Mm-hmm. And excited. I make no predictions. Not yet. Mm-mm. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? You ready, babe?
Ready.
I don't think we're ever ready. Sleep Token Damocles.
Let's see what you got.
Well, I've been waking up under blades, blue blossom days. If only Damocles would hit me back. No alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing would prevent my head from fading to black. And it feels like falling into the sea from outer space in seconds to me. And I play discordant days on repeat until they look like harmony. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Well, I know I should be touring. I know these chords are boring, but I cannot
hang on. I had to stop there. I'm stopping right there. I knew there was going to be a break in the song. I'm obviously not sure what's coming up, but I will go back to let it go in and give us the experience. I have I'd like you to go first. I'm feeling a lot of I'm like very conflicted, and I have some thoughts, but I want to get them unjumbled in my head.
Okay. Well, I honestly, this is very simple. And to me, I do not mean that in a bad way at all. I think there's a part in there where he even says something about, I've lost it, but it's like these chords are boring or whatever. I think that this is like probably commenting on maybe the demand for, you know, the next song to be like bigger and better, and they have to constantly be, you know, elevating in some way. And the pressure of that, as we've kind of heard from previous songs from this album, there's a lot of pressure there that cooks. And I think, because I'm not catching all of these lyrics at all, it's very difficult for me to do that even as a lyricist, but the vibe I'm getting is that it's commentary on that. And so when I say that this song sounds much more simple as of right now, it's actually quite a compliment, because I think it's really a nod to maybe previous times where they've always been a little complicated as a band, as a sound more so. It's probably more accurate. But to be able to like bring it back down and still create a simple song that is beautiful, still very intense in its message, is pretty great.
You know, I'm smiling big as you speak, because I could spend the rest of my days giving you the reasons why I fell in love with you, and I would not have enough time. The fact that you picked that up, like, I heard the lyrics. The thing that strikes me about these new releases is there is this absolute conflict of seemingly happier and more playful music coupled with more playful music coupled with more painful lyrics and emotions. And God, I'm getting choked up here because this is very, very relatable. Excuse me for the voice cracker. These new songs have been a peek behind the curtain, a way to look into how they're feeling about all the pressure, the demand, the sacrifice, all these things, right? And there's a lot of people kind of pouring their hearts out, and you see in the comments of, you know, we hope you're reading this, we hope you're okay. And it's because people find their music so relatable that happens. Yeah. But I can't help but listen to this and be filled with joy and happiness, because the simple reason that this song was written, the ability to sit here and listen to it, is the most happy, wonderful thing in the world, because they made it. They did it. The more worthwhile something is, the longer and harder you fight for it, the more you sacrifice for it, like I did for you and we did for each other. But then, just like their push, their hard work, their talent to get to this point, when you finally get that thing, life isn't perfect. It comes with new challenges, new hurdles, and you almost have this self-sabotage in your head of everything I've worked for, what if it goes away? You've heard me speak about this.
Yep.
I've spoken about this for months. I have these little thoughts in my head, and I'm a pretty confident, rational guy of, you know, you get sick and you go, well, God, what if it's something? And what if all we've worked for? You have these irrational, unbelievable thoughts, but make no mistake about it. I am as happy as I've ever been in life, and I could not be happier. And I can tell you that they're the same. with all the challenges and all the grievance and all of the hurdles that come with this newfound fame, the worry of its length and longevity, the fear of what's next, the demand to keep up the excellence, whether it's in your life, your job, or you're in a band, in a mask, standing in front of 20, 30,000 people. They did it. We did it. This is happy to me.
Yeah.
Might catch some flack for that because I know that there is pain in what he's saying, but
Of course.
the earning and the success of being able to say it is the accomplishment that most will never be able to achieve.
Yeah. And it's okay to comment on both the happiness and the pain, because if there's one band that's really zeroed in on the concept of duality, like in every way, themselves, the music, their journey, the lore, all of it, their visualizers, everything that they do, there's a constant back and forth with extremes, for lack of better word.
Now, I'm going to click continue. This band and this dynamic is I love, and I could talk to you forever. I want to get through some of this, but to answer a question you said earlier, you said it's simple. And remember, simple is not easy. It's simple as it stands at this point. Here's the prediction. It stays simple throughout. The first album was, this is how bands work. The first release is the tone setter. This is what the album is roughly going to sound like. The second one, that's for you. And in their own way, that was. This one's for them. And I think this is all about the message and not about, it's all about the painting and not about the frame. And I think it's like Sleep Token will most likely get more band oriented, but I don't think it's going anywhere surprising.
Okay. I'm not making a prediction because I don't have your ears. I just like enjoying.
If you listen carefully enough, they will leave you all the clues you need to sound very intelligent. You just have to listen really deep.
Days on repeat until the day runs out on me. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone and who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Nobody told me I'd be begging for relief when what is silent to you feels like it's screaming to me. Well, nobody told me I'd get tired of myself when it all looks like heaven, but it feels like hell. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone and who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
Man, yeah. there are times where I do, there are times where I do reactions and I say things and, songs can surprise you and they can turn and they can twist. And it's not about right or wrong. It's just sometimes you change your perspective and you kind of slightly alter the thought and you think, if I could have said what I said then now, it might look a little different. I don't at all feel that way. I feel exactly that way. And I think that's my whole entire point. Pain is sometimes unbearable, but even in pain, there's peace because of what it took to get there, of what it cost and what you gained, and all these things that are on the back of Hallmark cards sometimes. It is, in fact, for me at least, very true. And I think one of the reasons that they are so unique and so special, you have to go beyond the talent. There's a lot of talented people. Go beyond the ability to write music and catchy music and heavy music. A lot of people can do that. But their ability to tap into very common human emotions and poetically just explain and mark a chapter in the diary of their life that links directly to it, like it's in its blood. That is a skill set that I don't think even Vessel and anybody who touches this music could accurately communicate in a way that would make scientific sense. Because at some point, explaining technicalities in music does a disservice to the message and the emotion it's trying to portray. And this is exactly that.
Yeah, I think maybe kind of adding to that, we talk a lot about, listening to a song for the first time, which we obviously, all of your reactions are first time listens. And so are mine now that I guess I'm a reactor now.
Welcome. Enjoy. Don't look at the comments too long.
No. I'm not. It's fine. I'm just hanging out, guys. No worries. What?
Sorry. I am very good at interrupting. It's one of the things I'm best at in this world. And I hate that I'm doing it again now. At the end of the video, the place that came up was Britpop bangers.
Oh.
And when you, just for anyone who doesn't know, when you create a video, you have the option to add end cards. End cards are things like playlists or linking to another song. So was that a dig at like people are going to put that in the pop category? Is that like is there something in that's the reason it came up as a playlist on an end card?
Now you're not only like a nerd for the lore, now you're like getting into conspiracy shit too.
I'm a sleep token conspiracy theorist.
Sorry. Can I finish my thought now?
Yes.
So unrelated. God. Anyways. What was I saying now? Oh.
Abuse, domestic abuse. I'm going to call in it. She hit me. You saw it.
Oh, wait. I got it now. Thanks. No, I think what I was saying was we talk a lot about listening to songs first time because that's what we do. And the torture for me to not listen to it. I know it was a little torture for you, but major torture to have to wait to listen to this song until we got back, but completely worth it. And I would not change a thing. But one of the things that I was questioning was, should I look at the lyrics before I listen to the song? And I know a lot of people will say, yeah, look at the lyrics because it adds so much more to the song, obviously. But then I thought about it and I went, you know what? I'm not going to do it. And I didn't do it because I feel like I just wanted to listen to the song. And I didn't want to have to think about everything the song was saying and analyzing everything the song was saying while I'm doing a first time listen. I will 100% go back and do that on subsequent listens. But I feel like sometimes we get a little bit lost with making sure that we're, not us, but I'm just saying in general, people, we get so focused on oh, we have to analyze the thing and we have to get every single thing from the song on a first listen or whatever. And again, with that pressure of listening to it, sometimes because this is a simpler song, maybe just listen to it simply without all of the extra noise and the pressure. And I want to pick up every lyric and I want to, get all of the lore that is associated with this. It's okay to just listen and enjoy a song, even Sleep Token songs. And then, of course, go back and do all of the research because all of that is really fun, right? Mr. Lore Master now?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. I want my qualification, my certification.
You deserve it. You've done very well.
No, I completely agree. I think with technology, and I'm acutely aware that as someone who films videos and talks about them, that I'm part of the problem. I'd like to think I'm adding value, so I consider that to be an equal cancel. But yeah, with all the commentary, with social media, with everyone's ability to publish any thought they have at any time, at any place, you do get. I completely agree. I'm smiling again. You captured it perfectly. You can get so lost in all of the trying to be right, trying to be first, trying to be most accurate, trying to be new. You can get so caught up in all of these things that you forget that you're listening to a piece of art that is meant to be felt and maybe not so thought through all the time. And so that's why there's lots of little nuances in this song, like going back to that sound of a clean, distorted guitar, which is what you typically would hear when someone first starts playing guitar.
Yeah.
Those 2 chord little strums where you haven't worked out quite what overdrive and clean does, and you don't really know how to mix them. And you could sit there and go, is that a throwback to when they started? You could do all these things, but it also just felt and sounded nice.
Yeah, and that is enough.
And not for a single thought do I think that Sleep Token is sitting watching any of the videos I make or any of the videos anyone makes. But if you are, hey boys, you fucking did it. You crushed it. Don't worry about it. Everyone loves you. You've earned it. You know what the next thing you should do is? Whatever the fuck you want, and we'll be here loving it because it's made with care, it's made with precision, it's made by talented people, and it's made by people who are insistent on doing things their way. And you cannot fault that, and you cannot beat it, and you cannot criticize it, not with any level of authenticity.
That's right.
Now, babe.
Yep.
Would you like to go and jump in the pool and have some drinks with me?
Yep.
Catch you later. Peace.
Bye.